Well, we've done it with 2 games left to go of the season. We will be playing Champions League football again next season. Hello, welcome to Club 3, Part 18 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our final 2 league games of the season against Vallecano and Vigo. So since the last episode, we played quite a lot of football, and our form's been pretty good. We've actually not played a lot of football. It's only been 4 games, and they were a 1-0 win over Atletico Pamplona, a 3-2 defeat against Atletico Madrid, a game where we were 2-0 up, and Madrid had a very late sending off, which I'm slightly annoyed about that result because we were 2-0 up. We actually also missed the penalties, so we could have been 3-0 up, but again, that match didn't really affect our performance, didn't affect the league standing in any shape or form. We did draw 1-0 against Valencia, and Chantu getting the first goal, then Sergio getting a 91st minute equaliser. Then this was the game effectively to get our Champions League qualification. Not really, but we did beat Espanyol 3-2. A lot of goals. Espanyol did get an equaliser disallowed, but thankfully just about got over the line, so that is very, very good. This is the league table. Obviously, we are finishing in 4th place. We can't really drop down below because Bilbao have already played. They played the Friday and lost to Barcelona, hence why we've qualified for the Champions League. And the budgets for the summer, tomorrow's transfer window, it's not great, to be honest. The transfer budget wasn't great for this season, but I think we can work with it. We've already pre-arranged some transfers, which we will meet in tomorrow's episode, but we've been given 18 million. Obviously, players will come and go, so I expect there'll be a lot more business to happen, maybe a bit more outgoings, I reckon, but we never know. So this is the lineup for our match against Vallecano. It will be Sissoko and goal, a back four of Boateng, Maidment, who will be making his final appearances in today's episode. He's obviously joining Newcastle United on a free transfer at the end of this season. And we've got Duras and Atasenio, who probably will be going out the door. He is wanted by El Taroun, so if we can get at least 13 million for him, that'd be fantastic, because we do have a left back coming in and he does look pretty good. Then in the midfield, we've got Vermeeren at the base of it, who I think he probably does move on again. We won't get much for him, but I don't think he stays. Then we've got the midfield duo of Costa Silva and Firmin, Sergio on the right, Pablo Garcia on the left, who is wanted by Porto. I don't know if we sell him, but obviously we do have Alberto Barbero come back from his loan spell, who probably will go into the first team because I think he's good enough. Then we've got Mikel Jensen up front. Come on, lads, let's hopefully try and get a decent win. Is this our final home game of the season, or is that our final away game of the season? Or both of them are away? That's just absolutely crazy. Because I presume one of them is home, but if it is home, it obviously will be this is Maidment's final ever home game for Real Betis. So hopefully we do end this Real Betis career on a high, which how long has he actually been with the club for? He's only had 5 seasons. We didn't have the Spanish League loaded for the first part of the Globe Explorer, i.e. from the National South to like the top end of the Championship. So like around about 10, maybe 7 seasons in, then we had the Spanish Leagues turned on. So I think that's probably why that sort of happened, because we didn't really have them loaded, so they didn't really sign any players. Then when we had them loaded, they just spawned into the team. That's what I'm leaning towards, but I don't know how that sort of thing works out. We've started the game sort of slowly. By now, I thought we would have been at least 1-0 up, because where are Vallecano in the table? Are they fighting for anything? I don't really see them. They are the 10th. I mean, occupying 10th, 11th of 12, you've got Vallecano, Valencia, Villarreal. That is just absolutely crazy. All the teams beginning with V. I don't know where Vigo are in the table. I didn't really see them in the mix of all the V teams. Sergio has got the ball. Vermeeren puts the ball into the back of there. Obviously, he will also be retiring at the end of this season. So this is also his final ever home appearance. Obviously, we do have Patuye down on the bench. We might just play him in the next game because we've got nothing to lose. We're not going to move on. We're not going to catch. We might catch Real Madrid. I'm not going to say we're going to finish above them because that is just absolutely crazy. Because who do they have in the final game? Atletico Pamplona. So yeah, the chances of us finishing above Real Madrid this season highly unlikely. But you never know. You never know what can happen if Madrid lose, which has a slight chance they might not even try in the final game of the season. Because at this point, it's just a friendly, I think. Because they didn't have a penalty. I thought that was inside the box, but it might have been on the line. It wasn't even on the line. It was completely outside the box. That was a bit of a poor free kick. Boateng was sort of trying to get to the ball, but he completely ran out of space to get the ball back into the box. But who were we playing against? Valencia? No. Who were we against? Vallecano, that's it. They did play the ball up front. We are on the attacker mentality. I'm not sure if that's the best thing. Where are Vigo? If Vigo can move up into 13th, that would be absolutely crazy. Because then you could have all the teams beginning with V all in a row. That is just absolutely ridiculous. I've never noticed that up until now. They've got a red card. Why and how? That's what I want to know, because I didn't really see much. I was too busy looking at the league table and looking at the teams all beginning with V. But we are 2-0 up against Vallecano with a couple minutes left to go. They're checking it for some reason. I don't know why, because he was completely miles on. So this guy. Yeah, obviously if it landed towards Vermeeren or Jensen, yes, they would have been offside, but Boateng completely illegally onside, and we are 2-0 up with a couple minutes left to go of the first half. That could have been 3-0. They've got Sergio in goal. Should we just sign Sergio the goalkeeper? We've actually already pre-planned a goalkeeper coming in at the end of the season. He does look pretty good, quite young, so obviously will be a backup for the first couple of years of his career, then potentially taking over from Sissoko, who has conceded a goal. Alfonso Beyond with the goal for Vallecano on the stroke of halftime, which has not been a bad performance. I think we probably do drop down to a positive mentality because, let's be honest, I don't think we need to go on the attacking. And when we do go on the attacking, I don't think we play nearly as well as when we do play on a positive mentality, which seems a bit weird because attacking, you think we get loads of goals, but no, I think it seems to be the other way around. And Boateng has got the ball. Will he put the ball into the box? He doesn't, but he does still have the ball. Boateng, second time lucky. He doesn't find Sergio now to Vermeeren. This is looking very good. Come on, Garcia puts the ball into the back of that. Could that be his final ever goal for Real Betis? I hope not. I hope he does stay with us next season, but I don't really know who's going to be staying, who's going to be going at this point. I do want to keep the spine of the team, so the likes of Sissoko, Boateng, those two players will be staying. Puente, I'd love to keep him at the club, even though he might be wanted, and Jay Maidman might be offside, but please allow it, because that could be his final ever goal for Real Betis, as a goal has been disallowed. Has he actually scored this season? I think he's one of the few players that hasn't actually scored yet. That is very unfortunate, but there was 4 or maybe 5 players that were offside in that move, so any chance of us scoring a goal from that set piece, completely zilch, but we've got 30 minutes left to go of the match against Vallecano. Obviously, the win is very much in the bag, so we are going to go off at a Signore for Bruno Leno. I think Boateng also makes way for Ramiro Lee Chong, who probably will also be, and they will definitely transfer this Lee Chong, because I think there's definitely better other right backs we could potentially get, high potential right backs, because Lee Chong, decent backup, he's not really going to break his way into the first team, not anytime soon. I mean, he doesn't really have any potential, so we might as well just try and see if we can get him a move. I think we tried to do that last season, but we couldn't quite find a club for him. Or we did find a club, but or quite often or not, he did end up turning it down. We have conceded a second goal. I know I'm not really fussed about the result. I just want to try and give the players that don't usually get game time, which has been quite hard. I don't really like rotating that much unless it comes to injuries. Because if we have a good team, a settled team, and a team that wins pretty much every game, I'm not going to chop and change it at any point in the season unless we're clear as day, top of the table, 30 points clear with 10 games left to go, which I don't think will never, ever happen. Sergio whips it in, tries to find Furman looking at the back post, but couldn't quite get his head onto it, and Exposito does play the ball down to Tobias. This is looking very dangerous from Vallecano. We do get the ball clear. We've still got 25 minutes left to go. This second half feels like it's going to be, or this highlight feels like it's going to be going on for absolutely ages. And Chong has got the ball. I thought he was going to put the ball into the back of the net, or at least into the box. He might have had a shot from there, you never know. But Bruno Leno does get pulled down, and we do have a free kick. Come on, let's try and do something from this set piece. Maidman is lurking at the front post, I think he was. I don't know who he was lurking, but he was in there. Vermeeren puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 4-2, and that is very much the victory all wrapped up. That's the 3 points done and dusted. I presume Real Madrid have actually already played. Yeah, Real Madrid beat Alaves 4-0, and I presume they are going to beat Pamplona also in the next game week. So I think fourth place, it's respectable. But surely we're improving. I don't think we're quite there for a title fight just yet. I think we are a couple of seasons away, but obviously, as you know, I think we were very close to leaving not PSG. We were very close to joining PSG on multiple occasions. The first time rejected them due to wage issues, and second time completely failed the interview, even though I probably said the same answers, which is completely ridiculous. So yeah, but no, there's a slight chance we could potentially get headhunted in the summer, which I highly doubt is going to happen, but you never know. Furman is going to make way for Hernandez. I think we'll also get Olshensev for Victor Roque. And you know what, we'll get on Mourinho. He hasn't had much game time until I think he's probably going to be another player who will be leaving us in the summer. There's going to be quite a few defensive changes, obviously, with Maidman leaving, Mourinho probably leaving as well. I reckon there's going to be quite a few signings. Obviously, we will have Sergio link up with the first team squad coming back from his, I think, a pretty decent loan spell. I think all three of the loanies have had great loan spells with their whoever they're on loan with, so hopefully they can just come straight into the first team, particularly Sergio, who's already made his Spain international debut already, which is quite ridiculous, but hopefully his great form can continue with us, and hopefully we can win our final ever league game of the season against Vigo. The lineup for our final match of the season against Vigo, it will be Sissoko in goal, a back four, Boateng, Guga, Dermas and Leno, Brente at the base of the midfield. Then ahead of him we've got Hernandez and Furman. Unfortunately, Costa Silva picked up a serious injury. Luckily, he's going to be out for 2 months, but he will be fit for next season. Where he'll be playing, whether he's going to be backup or first choice, I do not know, but that remains to be seen. We'll find out more about that out in tomorrow's episode. Then we've got Smiris on the right hand side, who did bring young player of the season, which is very good for his age. Still only 20 years old. Still technically a wonder kid, even though he is rated a wonder kid. He will come off that at some point and probably be moved up to like an elite wing or something like that, world class player, whatever you want to call it. One of those. So then we've got Pablo Garcia on the left. Then we've got Mikel Shenson up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully try and get a decent last win of the season. One final away trip wherever Vigo is compared to Betis or wherever we play. I presume we play in Betis. I don't even know if that's a real place, but let's see if we can just get one final win. One final win to send the departing players off home happy, which they are both on the bench. Actually, Furman's playing 2A. I don't really want to play him because he is just completely useless. And if we play him, we'll probably end up going on and losing the game, which I don't really want to happen. But there's going to be a lot of movement in tomorrow's episode. I reckon there's going to be at least 5 players leaving the club. That's obviously including the two departing, retiring players, and obviously Magma as well. So there might be a few more than just 5 leaving the club. Then I reckon there's obviously 2 players coming in, the goalkeeper and the left back. Obviously, Atasenore will try and get rid of, possibly loan him out, see what we can do. We'll try and let him go permanently. Then, if that fails, we'll try and loan him out. And if that doesn't go to plan, I don't know what we'll do. We'll probably move him down to the B team because he's just not good enough for this league. He's just really rubbish. But I think Leno will be fine as a backup for next year. I mean, that's sort of gives you a little hint of what sort of left back we have signed. We've signed a really good youngster. I don't know where he's come from. Don't know how old he is. I think he's 19. And whether or not he's a wonder kid, I cannot remember from the top of my head. But we'll find that out in tomorrow's chats and special. I thought we were going to have a shot there. I thought we were, but Smearis with the strike tries to put the ball into the back of the net. He hasn't scored that many goals this year, Smearis, but he has come up with a good few assists. I don't know how many assists, 14 assists in the league, 4 goals, which it could be better, but obviously that will improve in time because he is only young. He's only 20. I don't know what he's going to be like when he's like 25 or so, because he's already made 30 appearances for Greece. He's probably destined to make at least 200 appearances if that's possible, which I don't know if it is, but yeah, but no, I don't know if there's been any international player that's made 200 appearances for their country. Maybe the likes of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, but they might not have even got that many. They've certainly got over 100, but doubt they've had 200 appearances for their both countries, respectively. Smearis has got the ball now to Furman. Come on, find Smearis again. That's a great ball. Really put the ball across the goal and just pinball in the area, but we couldn't quite put the ball into the back of the net. But Leno has now got the ball. Now to Prenti. Back to Leno again. Come on, put the ball across goal. Prenti, you have the shot. And we do have a shot. And we are 1-0 up against Vigo. Barely into the second half. And that is a great goal from Prenti. I thought at some point, just have the shot on goal. Whether it was Leno putting the ball across goal or Prenti just having a long-range shot. And thankfully, he had the long-range shot. Curves it right. I thought that took a deflection. But no, it didn't. It was a clean strike into the bottom right-hand corner. And that does put us in the lead. And hopefully from here, we can hopefully get goals 2 and 3 and hopefully quick succession. Which, if we can get another goal here, that would be wonderful. It was going to fall to Manis Smearis at the back post just hopefully volley it in. And that was a good chance from Vigo, but thankfully the assistant does save us and he did put the flag up. And that is a good challenge from Prenti. And now we have got the ball with Boateng down to the right hand side. Can we try and put the ball into the box, please? That is pretty poor, but it doesn't really matter. We are 1-0 up, but I would hope he could put the ball into the box. And Mikhail Jensen, a great touch from Furman to set up Jensen, and we are 2-0 up with half an hour left to go of our final league game of the season against Vigo, and the goal did get awarded, and that is a very, very good play. Furman having probably one of the games of his life, and he's retiring after this game. Well, not straight away, but he's retiring in a couple of weeks, and he's going to go out with a bang. He really is. we're going to keep him on, even though he's a shattered old man. He really is. Spears is going to make way for Sergio, who is a weird player. He is a good player, but he is 30 years old, and Spears is just far better than him. Garcia is also going to make way for Bernal. I think Aurelio also comes on for Dervas, probably making his final ever appearance, I think. So I think we probably do transfer this sim, and similar to Senore, we'll try and get him gone permanently, but failing that, we'll try and sort him out with loan moves with a permanent future fee involved. I think that's the plan. Permanent, then if it doesn't go well, or if they reject the permanent move, they're just a bunch of wallies, then hopefully we'll try and loan them out if we can't get permanent moves. But permanent first, then loan. I think that's the way we've got to look at it. We'll try and do that, but we'll see if that goes to plan. But it might not go to plan. They might still be with us next season, but you never know. 10 minutes left to go. Let's make a couple more changes. I think Senor is also going to come on for Leno, and I think for the final change will be Blotter. You know what, Furman could come off. He's completely ran his socks off. He is an old man. He is retiring, so we've got to look after him. Don't want him going into retirement a breaking man, so we'll get him off. Give Blotter a little run around, who might be another player that could potentially be going at the end of the season. We've just hit the post. I don't know who hit the post. Boateng with the long range effort, but unfortunately he couldn't quite put the ball into the back of the net. I must admit, we have played some superb football this season. We've only lost, how many games have we lost? Like 9 games? 9 games lost, 7 games drawn, 22 games won. I mean, if we could just sort out the drawing and losing situation, I reckon we could be in a title fight next year. That was a very good win. I'm not telling them don't get complacent, because they've got nothing to get complacent about. That was the final league game of the season, and what a win. Firmin does bid farewell. Firmin bids farewell. That's a really bad tongue twister, and that probably... Did he get a man of the match? I feel like he probably should do, but that was what a way to end his career. If that wasn't a man of the match performance, I don't know what it is, but that was absolutely superb. Another Champions League season incoming. Obviously, don't have a lot of money to spend, but obviously players will be coming and going. Whether or not we get headhunted, I do not know, because we were wanted prior to the last game of the season. We were wanted by Man United, but thankfully, I don't think they're interested in me, which is not very nice. But I take it. I take any team who's wanted by me. But yeah, completely fine. But we'll get going. Hopefully tomorrow's episode we do try and sign a couple more winter kids, and hopefully we start building some form of squad that's good enough to win La Liga. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.